Welcome everybody, Nashville Super Speedway, Dowden Racing League's Chase Race number 1. I'm your host, Bradley Cooper. This is Drivers Network America, bringing you live flag-to-flag coverage this season. Keith Mayatu gonna start on the pole tonight. What's sure to be a interesting and fun race. Concrete surface on this track tonight. Well, right there's your pole sitter. See if we can get a different camera angle. Starting outside of him, the 98 machine, Anthony Pelican. Alex Pelican starting in third. Fourth place, Jordan Caskey. Cody Williams in fifth place. Nick Gardner in sixth. Chris Lockwood in the 84 machine starting seventh tonight. 8th place, Richard Holland. Nathan Somerville. 9th place. 10th place, Rick Fagone. 11th, Kevin Cornelius. 12th goes to Brent Butler. Jeremiah Vincent. 13th, Dennis Steele. And 14th, Cody Atkins in that 81 machine. And 16th, Brett Sommers. 17th or 16th position. 17th, Blake Blomaker. And Nate Ostrowski and Dallas Sullivan are going to round out your field. We're going to get back up front here, getting ready to go green. Pace car's pulling off. And there it is. Starting grid, really close. Green flag is out. Keith Mayatu and Anthony Pelican side by side to start this one off. Really close. They're going to go side by side into turn one. You got Alex there on the back. And third, and this concrete surface, it's going to get really loosey-goosey. And Mayatu taking it up front. Here comes Alex Pelican looking the inside of Anthony. Got some racing going on back there for the fifth position as well. Nick Gardner's got his hands full. He's actually trying to get to the inside of Cody Williams. That's right on board with Nick Gardner. First race back. Just got back from Vegas. Here he is. Looks like he's doing pretty well so far, but a little loose. You can see it, that concrete surface. It's very abrasive. It's going to wear these tires out, get them hot quick. Now you got, see, we got Chris Lockwood to the inside. He gets around the 16. 31 of Richard Holland moving up through the field a little bit. So very early on, Keith Mayatu taking the lead. He's got a very hungry 46 machine behind him though. Already peeking to the inside, here they come. So pass for the lead. 46 of Alex Pelican looking to take the inside of the 36. Might clear him here on the exit. Not quite, so back straightaway speed. Looks like it's holding up. Side by side, let's see who's gonna lead this lap. Anthony Pelican's got the door open as well. He's gonna try to follow his brother through there. Looks like that lap's gonna go to... Wow, that was really close. Alex Pelican was close to leading that lap, but Keith Mayatu held on to it. I don't know how much longer he's going to get freight trained here on the inside. I don't know how much longer he can hold it up there. Seems like that outside will get a run on the straightaways, but in the turns, it's losing a little ground. So side by side, the top four, you throw a blanket over these guys. What a run by the 36 off of 4. .33 of Jordan Caskey is going to try it up here now. I think that 36 knows that if he keeps him to the inside, he can hold him off without burning up his stuff. He'll probably protect that outside line down the straightaways, make sure they can't get up there. If you get that run, it's going to be really tough to get to the outside. it's almost like a reflex to try to pass somebody on the inside, because in your mind it's the fastest way around the track. But sometimes that run off, you can get a better run, come 3-4 tenths of a second a lap. So let's get back here. We got Nate Ostrowski. Looks like he's under fire a little bit. He was fighting with the 7 there a moment ago. Now he's got Dallas Sullivan just behind him. See Dallas Sullivan really turn on the heat here before the chase, but it seems like maybe this track isn't something he's practiced much yet. He's gonna have to get some work in. Right after the first stage, we'll find out if he's learned anything. There's Anthony Pelican. We saw him up there challenging for second place earlier. He was close to it. Those guys, they just couldn't prevail. Looks like a peek to the inside by the 33 again. He's trying to go up there and grab that thing. It's just going to be really tough to do for these guys. I think the 36 knows that they're gonna burn it up trying to pass him on the inside. So all they can do is kind of ride nose to tail right now. Maybe save it for the end of the stage. Might be a smarter move there. You've seen Alex Pelican. He was kind of dusting it back a little bit. What a run. That 33 car's got some speed. He just can't go anywhere with it yet. Going back through the field a little bit here. Alex Pelican, Anthony Pelican kind of racing really close. They haven't let these leaders out of their sight yet. But it's going to be tough. They call this super speedway, and I'm not sure what. I've never raced here before. This is my first encounter with this track. I just downloaded it a couple hours ago, actually. Late evening, it looks like we're going to be racing under the lights at some point during this race. So it will be getting dark. The time progression through the race here might make it a little easier to get around this place as the sun goes down, cools off that surface. There's a peek to the inside. There it is again. This time by, I think Mayatu's gonna hold it on. Wow, he's making that outside strong, but he's opening up the door for the 46 and 98 to catch up again. And this could backfire on Kasky. If the 46 and 98 take that high line and follow Mayatu up there, they might pass Kasky. Kasky's not giving up, though. Wow, are they close off the exit there. Lots of racing for the lead here. Everybody wants to get up there and take it away from that 36. They've been trying to do it almost all season long. Now the 46 of Alex Pelican is on the rear bumper. Oh, a little brush with the wall there. Might have broke that momentum for the 46. Got a little too close to the wall. Cody Williams is showing up into the picture now. Running in 5th place. He's caught up to these boys. They've narrowed that gap. This top 5 gets closer and closer, and the more they race up front, it starts to accordion that field. I think what we're about to see is that 36 start to pull away. Look back here at Rick Fagone. He has some cars racing in front of him. They got side by side with Kevin Cornelius here. This is for the 11th position, and wow, did those guys get close to the wall. The more I watch this track progress, the more I'm convinced that the outside line's where you want to be. I don't think anything's going to change my mind about that. I'm thinking 100%. Let's go to the outside. Let's pass as many cars as we can early. And then just save our stuff for the last 15 or so. That outside's definitely doing better on the tires as well. It doesn't seem like this 36 car has lost any ground. He's actually pulling away now. Letting those guys force it down in there a little bit harder. Pinching them in the entrance, and they've got to hold it down. It's the psychologics of racing. If you can pinch somebody down in the entry of the turn and force them to overdrive their stuff early in this run, you just walk away. As you can see right now, about 0.6 of a second for this 36 car. He's got Jordan Caskey, Anthony Pelican, Alex Pelican, who's actually fallen back to 4th position, and Cody Williams. Don't count him out of the picture yet, though, guys. Oh, we just had a pass for 2nd position now. Anthony Pelican just got around the 33. And there comes Richard Holland. He's gained a couple of spots. Looks like he's going to get around the 46 here in just a moment. If he can work that bottom. There he is able to clear him. To put Richard Holland up in the top 5 this time by. Stage break at lap 36. We're going to see these guys start to turn up the heat a little bit. We're getting down to about 10 to go. But there's no one contested in this leader right now. Keith Mayatu just continues to pull away. Had to go grab a beer before we can finish this first stage. So let's get with it. Got a little bit of racing. Jeremiah Vincent catching up to the field here. Started a little far back. He's worked his way up to 9th position. Relatively quiet night for him so far, but don't count him out. We watched him race his heart out last week to get that podium. And this is kind of what he does. He learns the track, learns how everybody's moving around it, picks his line, and sticks with it. 8th in Somerville. See him running in 10th position. It's going to round out your top 10. He's also having a quiet night tonight. We've seen him get up and challenge for the lead there a couple different times in last week's race, the last race in Milwaukee. Somebody's fallen pretty quickly. 46 car. He might have burned up a lot more than just the tires. He might have some damage. I don't know. Seems like that thing's tight off the exit, and he's losing ground to these boys. Falling back to the 9th position now. You see he's diving it down in there a little more aggressively. Oh boy. Well, that was a close one there. Good heads up driving by Alex. That right there could have been terrible. Got a little cramped there on the exit of 4. And Nick Gardner had the lift out of the throttle. And as soon as that happened, Alex Pelican found himself either hitting him or hitting the wall. The lesser of two evils was clipping that wall and lifting off. And once you let off the throttle, it doesn't want to turn the same way. So that's why it got even more tight and pushed right up the track. But good heads up driving by both these guys. But we're approaching lap 31, getting close to that stage break, and Keith Mayatu about a 1.5 seconds ahead of this 98 machine, Anthony Pelican. And I tell you what, we watched both Pelican boys try to go up there and grab this lead away. At one point, Alex almost had it. But so far, it's been the 36 show. B-Speed's probably sponsoring this broadcast here. It really feels like it. We've seen this car up front every week, and it's not just the intermediate ovals or the short tracks. He's up there all the time, trying his damnedest to win a championship, and he's doing it in full form. But as we come up on this stage break, it's looking like the 36-98, and possibly here we got a battle between the 33 and the 4. McCaskey and Cody Williams, it's probably going to come down to these two for a top 3 on the first stage. But you got Richard Holland creeping up there as well. You can hear how tight this thing's getting. They're lifting way off the throttle now. Here we go. We're taking the white flag this next time by. Actually, this is the white flag right here. And it looks like Keith Mayatu's got this pretty sealed up. 1.5 second lead. Here he comes off of turn 4. Keith Mayatu is going to get stage 1.
Yellow.
With a close second here with Anthony Pelican, about 1.5 seconds. And then third place, Jordan Caskey. Cody Williams in 4th. Richard Hall in 5th. Chris Lockwood in 6th position. Jeremiah Vincent raced his way up to 7th. So he's on the way up to the front. Nick Gardner in 8th position. Nathan Somerville got 9th there. Round out your top 10, Cody Atkins in the 81. Well, you know they're going to come down for pit stops here. It's no surprise. Get some 4 fresh Generals on this machine. Continental being the sponsor of the tires now. And I think iRacing needs to update their PSD for their template, because it's got Goodyear on the top. They're going to have to get with that, where they have a conflict of interest on their hands. But nonetheless, ARCA Series switching tires to the Continental Tire Company. I'm going to step away here for just a moment, take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this.
Fire with the ridge over here? Yeah. That's close. Right here?
Chopper right on us.
Broke.
One's down.
Oh my.
White.
He was the last turtle. Endangered species.
All right. Pace cars on the back straightaway getting ready to go green here. Here's your current run through the field, current standings. And that leader getting ready to take the green flag. Racing tonight presented by Drivers Network America, Dialed In Racing League, Season 4, race number 1 of the chase. And stage 1 is over. We're going stage 2. Keith Mayatu taking the green.
Green flag.
Taking that fixed green is a little bit different than taking it at the leader's discretion. You see the 98 lost a little ground that time, wasn't able to race the outside. Oh, we got a car spinning back there. 28 took out the cone. That was Dennis Steele. We're going to go back and look at that real quick. Looks like he got a little loose off the corner. Thing just went right around on him. But he's got it back up to speed now. Let's go back up front here and look at the leaders. Keith Mayatu off to a great start. This time around, no challengers, nobody burning up his tires, and Anthony Pelican is inching away a little bit. And he's got a hungry 4-car on the back bumper. Cody Williams up to 3rd place. Let's see if he can go up there and steal one away. There's a car we haven't seen up in the top 5 yet. Chris Lockwood up to 5th position. Hopefully he can keep the doors on it. I know there last week he had a solid race going on and ended up clipping the wall a couple times, spinning out. Kind of added to the work he had to do to get back up in the top 10 a few times. So it sucks when the racetrack's hard enough and sometimes you make it harder over driving it. But Chris has got it under him tonight. Looks like he's doing a pretty good job up there in 5th place, pulling away from Richard Holland. We got a challenge, I think, for the lead here. They got super close there off of 4. Anthony Pelican within 1/10 of a second now. He's peeking. He looks to that inside a little bit, trying to find a weak spot. There it is right there. A little hiccup by the 36, and this might be the run that the 98 needs. Let's see if he can do something with it off of 4. They've been putting the pressure on the old 36 tonight. Oh, man, is it tough to pass on the inside here. I think that lap lead's going to the 98, though. Yes, it did. Oh, Anthony's going to blink out there for a second. Definitely don't want to have a connection issue right now if you're passing the leader. But here it is again. This is exactly the same. It's like deja vu, guys. This is exactly the same thing we saw last time. The 98, the 46 were trying to pass on the inside. They could not clear this 36 car, and he will make you burn it up. We saw this guy trying to pass for the lead earlier, and he felt like a rock after about 20 laps into the run because it burns those tires up. And now I think what we're going to see is maybe more of the same. Oh, we did have a clear. 98 able to get by the 36 with the crossover. Here we go. So they're battling it out, and I could guarantee you these tires are going to get burned up. We're going to have a different leader here by lap 55. I don't think we're going to have these two up front because they're racing hard, and this concrete does not like this. This concrete surface will burn your stuff up. Cody Williams, Jordan Caskey found themselves up here in the mix now. If I'm the 4 car, I'm going outside. I'm going to get around this 36 car. I'm just letting the action speak for itself right now. You can see these two still battling it out. 36, 48, or excuse me, 36, 98 in the wall. 4 car taking it outside. There he goes. Cody Williams up to 2nd. 98 clipped the wall and blinked out at the same time. I think his connection issues is what messed with him there. He's going to have to iron out those wrinkles. So now Cody Williams is going to go up there and try his hand. And he's been catching these boys the whole time. And we know that 36 has used up those tires, so if Cody can just smooth it out, iron out the hiccups here. He just lost a little ground on that exit. Just need to tame it down a little bit. See if he can go up there and steal this away. The 98 back on the outside. Anthony Pelican trying to take back 2nd place after that little mix with the wall. Telling you, I'd move it up a lane. There's Kasky. He's going to take it. Looked like he was going for it. That's where I'd want to be right now. Just looking from the outside looking in, it looks like that outside line is definitely where you want to be. But these boys are going to start racing side by side, and Keith Mayatsu's going to run away with it. He's clocking out right now. And they're burning it up. 36, walking away. They're back to single file. Richard Holland back here racing side by side. He's got the 84 of Chris Lockwood. Jeremiah Vincent up to 5th position, moving through the field quickly. When these guys up here battling side by side, he might find himself in 2nd place here. If he can navigate this traffic. Oh, we got the 4 car in the wall right in front of him. Now we got Kasky looking. He was looking to the outside, right up on the bumper in the 98. Oh boy, crossover move by the 98, looking really good. These guys are solid up here. And we still got to battle back here with the 31 and the 46. This track is changing, guys. You can tell by the way they're racing. It's starting to cool off. The lights are coming on. Look how close, and these boys are still side by side. Been about 12 laps solid. What a show they're putting on up here for 2nd and 3rd. Now you got Cody Williams back in the picture. Or just doesn't want to hold it down there. Kasky's fighting with it. Pelican's fighting with it. There's no good place to really run off this exit, apparently. There's a spot in the apex where it wants to push up, and there's a spot on the exit where you got no more track left. And then here we're going to throw the 25 car into the mix now. He's going to get up there and battle with these boys. But your leader still, 36 car, he's got about a 1.5 advantage over the rest of the field right now. And these boys racing 2nd to 4th. They've been losing ground every lap. Played well for his strategy. He has some fighters there at the start of these runs, but 10, 15 laps in, he starts to walk it. Lets him burn it up and then just drives his line. A lot to be admired about that. Kasky's going to start pulling away a little bit here. Worked his way up to 2nd place. Lots of movement, lots of shuffling. Jeremiah Vincent to the inside of the 4 now. Oh, almost a little contact between the 4 and the 31 there. And Cody Williams is going to lose this spot here. This is for the 5th position. They're still side by side behind him. He's getting freight train. Cody's going to lose probably 3-4 spots here. Chris Lockwood looking to the inside now. Let's get up here and look where Kasky's going. He's about a 1.5 seconds off of the 36, and I don't think he's losing any ground, but it doesn't really seem like he's gaining anything. I think these boys racing back here, like I said, it's just side by side, lap after lap. It burns up your tires, and it's going to make it really tough to catch that leader who has been running by himself now for about 20 laps. We got 38 laps to go. We will be pitting. I think the only way you beat this 36 is you get on and off pit road faster than he does, and then you're up there to run your line by yourself. Yeah, about 2 seconds now. We're watching that gap grow a little bit each lap. But Jordan Kasky is pulling away, and we got Jeremiah Vincent now passing the 98 for 3rd position. Richard Holland creeping up there in the top 5. Now he's looking to the inside of the 98. Actually, he's going to take the outside line. What a run down there into the corner. There you go, Richard Holland. That's what I've been wanting to see. Somebody try that this whole race, and first guy to try it out. Looks like it might prevail. It is a little dangerous to get up there on the outside, especially in the entrance, because if they don't know you're there, then they get back to the throttle too soon. But I think that 31's going to be able to pull away here. And 98 on pit road now. Kasky on pit road. 2 cars, first takers with 34 to go. See if they can make it to their pit stalls without any trouble. Got Brent Butler on pit road as well. Oh, he missed the stall. So Jeremiah Vincent up to 2nd position now. Let's see where he is on the track. Richard Holland up to 3rd. Kasky is probably going to force the hand of some of these guys that pit a little sooner than maybe they wanted to. But I wouldn't be too concerned with it. We got the 36 coming down pit road now. So there's your leader coming down pit road. That'll put the 25 to the lead, and Richard Holland just behind him. So these two are really close. Let's see if they decide to pit together. The longer they stay out here. Here they go side by side off of 4. I think Jeremiah Vincent's going to lead it this time by. But Holland trying to get that bonus point, and there's a bonus point for Jeremiah Vincent. Now I think the 25 is going to bring it down pit road. 31's going to pull up there and take the lead. Cody Williams to pit road. They drop the jack on that machine. There he goes. So we got about 7 cars that have yet to pit. Dallas Sullivan, Nick Gardner, Rick Fagone, Kevin Cornelius, Alex Pelican, Jeremiah Vincent, and Richard Holland, who has just now pulled it down into the pits. Might have taken too long, I don't know. For every lap they stayed out there, it was there's a chance for a mistake, or you know, you're losing probably a second a lap at least to these guys. So we got a couple more cars that need to pit. Rick Fagone, Jeremiah Vincent, Alex Pelican are the last 3 out there on the track right now. Actually, Dallas Sullivan and Nick Gardner might have stayed out. Nick Gardner just now coming off pit road. Jeremiah Vincent stretching this out as far as he can. But he's got a 46 catching up to him a little bit. So when this all shakes out, it looks like Kasky forcing that hand there. But he's side by side with Mayatu, and it's more of the same. These two burning up their stuff. 36-33, fighting it all season. I think when it all shakes out, a lot of ground lost here, but with 26 to go, I think the tires are going to play a big factor. You got 10 lap difference in tires. It's going to, especially with the way these two are racing up here. Jeremiah Vincent out front. So these guys are going up here to take their lap back from him. 25 still your leader, but I think he stayed out too long. I think he'll bring it down pit road here. Once he just realized that those guys are passing him. Still nothing. 25 staying out. It's an interesting strategy by this 25, but we've seen him come back from being 10 spots out of the top 3. And then with 5 to go, he's just outside the podium. There he comes down pit road. Oh boy. Hold on to her, 25. Let's go on board with that 25 car just now. I want to take a look at this. This pit road entry. You want to see your race flash before your eyes. Right here is a moment. Hell of a save. Touching that apron. Got it a little loosey-goosey. Right now, 46 car staying out there. He's the last one that has not pitted, I believe. Actually, Dallas Sullivan running in second. So these cars have not pitted. Rest of the field catching up to them. We got guys unlapping themselves. 22 laps to go. I'm 99.9% sure that Alex Pelican cannot make it to the end of this race. He will have to pit for fuel. What lap does he do that? Based off the math right now, it looks like Jordan Kasky and Keith Mayatu will be fighting it out here. They've unlapped themselves. They're about 25 seconds back from the leader. And when this 46 and 69 pit, these two will be your top 2. when the math all shakes out. Anthony Pelican will be about third position, but I think he's going to have his hands full with this 4 car at some point, catching up to him. I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out, guys. 20 laps to go. And this guy must have a second fuel tank in there. He's pushed it further than anyone else. There it comes down pit road. I was starting to wonder if he knew where it was. No, I'm just kidding. Alex Pelican, great driving tonight. Got a lot of laps led. And anything can happen. We could shake out and have a caution here. That would really throw everyone for a loop. I'm thinking that if we have a caution this late in the race, the 46 and the 25 are sitting pretty. They've got fresher tires than everyone else, and it groups the field back up. I wouldn't think that the leaders would pit. We never know, really. But here it is, shaking out. Alex Pelican and Dallas Sullivan hit pit road. And your new leader, this time around, it's going to be that 36 machine. With Jordan Caskey running second now. Dallas Sullivan actually got a lap led there. That'll be this time by. He was the last one on pit road. So now officially, this time by, the pylon's going to score the right car on top this time around. And with about 0.6 of a second back, Caskey's not giving up. He's no slouch here. You can see him chipping away that lead a little bit. He also pitted a little bit earlier than the 36 did, so we'll see how that takes effect. Those tires got about 4 or 5 lap difference on them. Some of these guys have stayed out longer. Richard Holland. Jeremiah Vincent is another one. Let's see how fast the 25 car is moving through this traffic. He's got a lot of ground to make up. I know he's probably running about 0.5 tenths faster than the leader is right now, but with 15 laps to go, he can't afford for anybody to get into his way or race side by side with anyone. He just has to go. He has to clear a car and plan his passes accordingly. He knows that he's faster than these guys, but he just has to be strategic where he gets them, where he meets up with these guys. And plus, we got lap traffic in the mix as well, so that's really gonna influence how he gets around this place. It's gonna be tough, but yeah, you might see that 25 back up there, close to that top 5 by the end of it. Pay close attention to this ticker over on the left. The last time by, he was 15.8 seconds. This time by, he's 14.9. So he clicked off about a second there that lap to the leader. Check in with Anthony Pelican. 98 car, about 3 seconds back, not too far back. He's got a big gap between him and Cody Williams, though. Almost a second long. And Cody's actually struggled a little bit, so it's about 1.5 seconds. Thought maybe the 4 car would get up there and be in the hunt here with the top 3. We got 12 laps to go. I can tell you who's sitting pretty right now. It's the 36 machine. Trying to figure out some math here. I know that Kasky pitted a little earlier than everyone else, but some guys that pitted way later. This car here. This car here. And we have to go all the way back to Rick Fagone. Brett Sommers. I don't know exactly when Sommers pitted, but he's running in 7th position. So some of these guys that hadn't been in the top 10 all night, we had Rick Fagone back there racing close to the top 10, but couldn't quite get there, and his pit strategy seems to be working out for him. He's running in the 8th position, so he's kind of salvaging what I think is a track that he's not familiar with. Kudos to that 10 car for figuring this one out. The guy that I thought would be making a bigger stir right now, pitting later than the rest of this field. And he hasn't really made up that much ground. I don't know if that thing just got tight. Looks like he's wobbling a little bit off the exits. I don't know. I don't think he has enough time to get up there. I thought for sure at this point he'd be up there racing for at least 6th or 7th with that tire difference. The last car to pit right here, Dallas Sullivan. He's actually the last car in the lead lap. Yeah, I think some of these guys just stayed out too long. If you can find that happy spot where you pit maybe 4 or 5 laps later and you can get on and off pit road. But that 25, he lost a lot of ground with his pit entry too, and that cost him probably a couple seconds on the track coming in, hitting the apron there. That just shows you how competitive. We've ran green the entire race. Other than the stage break, this race has been green all the way through. We had one hiccup, the 28 of Dennis Steele, but he took it down to the apron and didn't bring out a flag, so this has been a clean and green race pretty much all the way through. And that car right there, clean and green. Shiny side up, V-speed on the hood. V-speed under the hood as well. Keith Mayatu looking to clinch stage 1, race 1 of the chase, and put himself up there in P1. Try to keep it permanent for this from here on out for this points battle. Nashville Super Speedway. Jordan Kasky been a tough fighter. We've had a lot of challengers tonight. He's had a great race. Nothing to hang your hat on yet. You know, he's got a chance every week. And we still got a lot of chase racing left to go. Back here to third and look at Anthony Pelican. He's under battle with the 4 car now. Cody Williams kind of talked about how that might be an issue here at the end. And there he goes to the inside. Able to get around the 98. Maybe a crossover here on the exit. Let's find out. He peeked to the inside, but I don't think it's going to be enough yet. He is not clear. They're side by side. Cody Williams to the outside. Anthony Pelican side by side with 3 to go. Running out of track, almost into the 31. Wow. So Anthony Pelican forced her up in there and got to the inside. Able to get back around the 4 car and hold on to that podium. But I think the 31 might be able to get to him. We got this lap car in front of him as well, Ostrowski. And that was not good for the 98 where they just met up with 2 to go. That's going to give Richard Holland a run here. Right up on the bumper. White flag is out. Let's see how this battle shapes up. Closest battle on the field for third place right now. Richard Holland, Anthony Pelican, third place. Cody Williams fell back to fifth here. Outside line, coming to the outside on the back straightaway. Who's he going to be into turn 3 and 4? On the outside, Richard Holland. Keith Mayatu's your winner tonight, but this battle is so close. Let's see who's it going to be at the line. They touch down here. Wow. I think Anthony Pelican held him off. Nope. Richard Holland scored third position. Let's bring the officials up there. This is your win tonight, Keith Mayatu, but that battle was too close to look away from. Congratulations to the 36. Jordan Cassie's going to bring it home in second. Richard Holland squeaking it by in third. What a close battle between these two. Anthony Pelican tried to hold him off, but he got pinned down there on the inside. And I'll tell you what, man, this is a tough track. Lots of different lines to run around on. What a race. What a show. We're going to go back to that previous lap. So these two met up with the 14 car. That lap car put him in a situation where the 31 could get to the outside of the 98. And boy, were they close at the line here. Let's just slow it down here. That's how close it was at the finish. So what a job by these guys. Great race. All right, we're going to burn it down with this 36 car. Go to a quick commercial break. Pull up your top three. Get some interviews. This is Drivers Network America Dialed In Racing League. Race number 1, Nashville Super Speedway for the Chase Race 1. We'll be right back after this, guys. All right, we're back. We've caught up with your winner tonight's race, Keith Mayatu. Grabbed the pole. Grabbed race 1. Here he is, 36 car. You got a copy, buddy?
10-4.
All right, man. We watched you race your heart out. You had some challengers there in that first stage, and you guys mixed it up. You just held that outside line and saved your tires, and I think that's what prevailed. Is that what worked for you tonight?
Yeah, pretty much trying to be not very aggressive early on. Fighting on the outside definitely did not, wasn't the greatest plan to save tires, but luckily I fought, and hung on for first stage. Anthony got me in the second run there. He was driving in pretty hard to get it going, so I was like, okay, you can have it, and then kind of reversed the role on him.
So we saw this track kind of progress as the lights went out. It seemed like you were able to get a run on these guys sooner and get away from them. But tell me a little bit about this concrete surface, because I've never been here. This might be a new track for a lot of these guys, never being here before. What was the secret really to getting around this place?
I think just saving the right front personally. That's usually what I do. Try to ride the brake as much as I can without being too slow, and that's where these guys are getting me on entry. So I had to be pretty cautious of it, and I think that's all it was. Really, pretty much just right front wear. We weren't really wearing out the right rear. I think right rear was like 86% after almost a full fuel run. So right front was down in the 70s for me, which is probably pretty high for most. But I think that's what it was, just saving that right front tire.
Well, you're able to clinch race one in the chase. You've been sitting pretty in points before we even got to this point. You've got a lot of wins under your belt this season. And congratulations on your win, man. Do you got anybody you'd like to thank for it?
Yeah, everyone at Dialed In Racing, for a great race today. It was a lot of fun on my part, especially with the green flag stops, and for pretty much almost a caution-free race. And yourself, Bradley, for the awesome job you do in the broadcast.
I appreciate that, man. We appreciate it. Drivers Network America and Dialed In Racing. We thank you, and we'll see you probably next week.
See what happens. Have a good one.
You too. So there's your race winner, Keith Mayatsu, 36 V Speed machine and V Speed all season. We're going to pull up your second place finisher, Jordan Caskey. See if we can find him out here in the mix. Jordan Caskey, 33, second place finisher tonight. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So we watched you up there battling with the 36 there in that first stage. It looked like you guys were going to be the two hungry hippos here, gobbling up the track, and I guess the tires just changed, or maybe the track changed. What happened there? What do you think you could have done differently, maybe to clinch that win?
Yeah, it just tightened up on the long run there, and even as we kept racing later on to the race, the more rubber on the track made it even tighter. So I struggled pretty good. But I think if I pitted maybe a lap earlier, I might have had a better shot at it. But I thought when I pitted, I'd have a good shot to maybe sneak around him, and it was close, and he got around me again. So that's all I had.
Yeah, we did see you pit earlier than everyone else, and sometimes you just don't know how it's all going to shake out. The 36 pitting 5 laps later, even if it's with the lap traffic or something like that, could really mess him up. So, it's a gamble, but you did good tonight. Second place finish, and you were still within very much the visual range of that leader all the way through this race, man.
Yeah, it's always good to be in range of Keith there. He's so consistent. He's like a robot. It's hard to beat.
Well, we got next week, and we're coming up. Let me officially get the list here. Season 4 schedule. So we're going to Kentucky next week. Pretty similar track actually to where we were tonight, but it'll be an asphalt surface on the outsides as well. So what do you what's your plans here for next week?
Probably finish second to Keith again or something. I don't know.
You gotta give me something good. Give me something good. We've been working on it all week. We've been testing. We kind of found a weakness for the 36 car, something like that.
Yeah, I just gotta work on my long run speed. I drive too hard in the beginning and just kill my tires. So I think I'll practice this week and work on saving my right front a little better.
Well, there you go. Second place finish tonight, 33. And hey, man, you're looking good in points. Not out of reach yet. We'll see you next week, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank for tonight?
Just you guys for putting on the stream, and it's always fun coming and doing an interview. It's a lot of fun.
I appreciate that, man. All right, Jordan Caskey, we'll see you next week, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, there was your second place finisher. And this is the last guy, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing this reaction here because we got it up on the big screen. We're going to go back to that previous lap. Richard Holland, you got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Coop.
So we watched you and Anthony Pelican battling it out, and that 14 just kind of threw you a bone there. What was going on in your mind there in that last turn?
Well, I had better tires, and I was trying to use them, and I was hoping to be able to get a run, obviously get to the inside of him, but he did a good job protecting that. So I just tried to get a run through the center enough so that I could jump to the outside of him, and it worked out good, being able to get there so I could set it up in 3 and 4 on the outside. Man, that was pretty intense. I had just enough of a run to edge him out there coming to the line off the momentum on the top side. It was fun.
Well, a couple laps prior to that, you had a teammate, Cody Williams, there on the outside, and it looked like he got tight and ran out of track there. I thought maybe something was going to happen right there. So, I mean, the intensity was there for lap after lap. You guys caught up to the 98, but it seemed like nobody could actually get around him once they got there.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he knows what to do. You know, he runs his line, he protects his spot, protects his line. You know, he did a good job, did what he had to do, and he's consistent and fast and all that stuff. So he's hard to get around, whether you're on equal tires or you got, you know, better tires than he does. So, but yeah, Cody did. That's what happened. I think he got tight, and that was pretty close. I had to check up for him, but we were lucky to be able to get around him safely and still get to the 98. So, man, it was fun. I wished we'd have pitted a couple laps sooner, but you know, it worked out. I didn't have anything for the 33 or the 36 anyways. So Keith is obviously in another level. He's pretty much surgical with that thing. So, you know, Jordan's fast. So, you know, but anyways, good run for us. We bought the track a couple days ago, made like 5 to 10 practice laps, came in here tonight. First 30 laps was just getting a feel for it. And after that, we got settled in pretty good and had a pretty good run.
Well, man, it looked good from my point of view. Watching some of these guys kind of change it up over the course of the race, and you guys learned a lot of stuff there, racing each other, and kept it clean and green the whole way through. What are your plans for next week? We got Kentucky coming up, and that's pretty similar. Iowa, another track that's really similar to this one. What are your plans here for those next two?
Well, I mean, Kentucky's not my favorite 1.5 miles, but it's not the least favorite track. So we're kind of looking forward to it. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Iowa's not my best track, but I've always enjoyed racing there. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I feel like we got some momentum here, had some good finishes, and this was we'll take this 3rd place for the first chase race, man. Let's go.
Oh yeah, man. And we'll look forward to next week. You got anybody you'd like to thank for this week's race?
I just want to thank my teammates. Cody helped me out a little bit here this week. Ricky, racing with them guys, always fun every week. You know, Nick, everybody that has anything to do with this league, putting it on. It's a lot of fun. These guys, there's a lot of guys in here that can really race competitively. You know, they're fast, makes it fun. And you, Coop, for putting on the show, man, doing what you do.
Doing what we do, man. We love it. It's iRacing, league racing. We love everything that you guys do, and I appreciate you guys giving me the time to bring you up here and interview, and we'll see you next week, man.
Well, we appreciate you doing it, man. Like I say, it's always fun to go back and watch these things that you do. You put on a good show, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Third place finisher tonight, Richard Holland here. We'll bring up your official finishing order. I tried to bring it up on the screen a little too soon, but here it is. Keith Mayatu, your winner tonight. Jordan Caskey in second. Richard Holland third. What a tight battle between him and Anthony Pelican. We've got Cody Williams in fifth. Rick Fagone, sixth position. Chris Lockwood in seventh. Brett Sommers in eighth. Alex Pelican ninth. Jeremiah Vincent, tough break for him tonight. Led some laps. Had to call it a little too late on the pit stop. Fell back to 10th, but rounding out your top 10, Jeremiah Vincent. Rhett Butler, 11th. 12th, Dallas Sullivan. Nick Gardner in 13th. 14th, Blake Blomaker. 15th position, Dennis Steele. Cody Atkins in 16th. Nate Ostrowski in 17th. Kevin Cornelius in 18th. And 19th position, Nathan Somerville. Tough break for him. He was up in the top 10. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. Drivers Network America Dialed-In Racing League. Chase race number 1 at Nashville Super Speedway. Next week's Kentucky. Make sure you guys tune in at 8 p.m. Monday night. We're going to go chase racing one more time. This will be the second race in the first split. And we'll see you next week. Appreciate your time, guys. See you next time.